All right, you guys, it's your favorite YouTuber, Austin Holloman, back again, second day in a row with another live stream. And I believe we will be going live every single day until we make it to South Africa. And this Saturday live will be one of the most important lives because, again, as I've been saying, we are launching our UVP organization here in Nairobi, Kenya, this Saturday at 12 p.m. at the Sesame Restaurant in the Kasuku Center in Kileleshwa. There will be a live singer, DJ, sip and paint, vendors, and we will have our own famous Lamu Island, which is like a Long Island, but our version, that will have a passion fruit instead of Coke. Or like the Long Beach, I think they put a strawberry juice in there, but it will have a passion fruit in this drink. And I won't be drinking it myself. I've already drank it. I have not drank since Sunday or Saturday night. I've not drank since Saturday night. I've been feeling better than ever. I am taking control of my life. And alcohol does not help you control it. And if I do start drinking again, it will be with wine. And like I said, if you do see me drinking at the event, it will be with wine. I will not even take a shot of my own drink. But you don't want to miss it. What is UVP? UVP is our Black American Chinatown concept organization where we are bringing in our financial interests as a collective group of the African diaspora that is here. So that means it's not limited to Black Americans. It's just we're the ones that started it. But Black Americans, Black British, Black Brazilian, Black Dutch, hell, I don't give a damn if you're Black Chinese. But as long as you're Black, and it's not limited to Black, that is just who it is operated around. Now, yeah, I seen that some people were saying that I was swollen up from alcohol. No, I don't. I drink, but I don't drink that much to be looking like I'm 20 pounds heavier. Like, come on now. No, I've just put on a lot of muscle. I put on a lot of weight in general. Like, I've been eating a lot and I've been doing my thing. And I know it's real because I can see it with my own eyes, and other people are telling me that they can see it. The UVP website will be up first thing tomorrow, and at the very latest Saturday before the event starts, because we want to make sure that you guys are able to see what we're talking about before we get started. And I actually just got the rough draft, so it looks amazing already. I'm going to send it to the team really quick. But yeah, so today we will be doing a collaboration with the one and only Don Banks, somebody that did a phenomenal job growing his YouTube channel. I have not watched too many of his videos, but I've heard about him. I mean, he's somebody that you couldn't miss. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I remember that he went from about, let me put this camera down a little bit. I remember he went from about, it looked like he went from 0 to 75, literally. Zero subscribers to like 75,000 subscribers. He went up pretty fast, and it seemed like it was pretty much overnight. Now, everybody that has a blow up moment has that moment where it seems like they go from 0 to 100. Mine was like 0 to like 20. I didn't have as much as a jump here. I think his videos have more views than mine do. You guys don't know, I do not have a video that has 1 million views yet. Now, 1 million people know me. Shit, I think 20 million is based off the Twitter videos we've had and all the stuff that's happened. 1 million people have seen my face, but I do not have a video that has 1 million views. So I commend him for that, and good luck to him. Yeah, there's definitely a big difference in my weight for sure. Now, we're still waiting on him to come up, and I appreciate everybody yesterday that watched the live stream. Number one, thank you for everybody that actually came through and showed interest in the channel, because I thought I was shadow banned for a while. Turns out I just wasn't talking enough shit. And I'm not just talking shit just because I do believe what I'm saying. I believe what I'm saying. I got stuff written down to come back to follow back with that last video I put out. That got, out of the 400 comments on Instagram, maybe 300 of them are agreeing with me and 100 are not. So I'm doing something right. But we have some stuff written down that will go behind those videos. But anyway, you guys know I sell digital products. Like, I have my playbook my travel guides, or my blueprint, let me call it. It's the Nairobi Blueprint. I've been here for a year. I've been here for 14 months straight. I was here for 4 months. Well, I was here from May to October. Yeah, so 5 months. So I've been here 19 months in total. So I have a book that tells you all the nice places that I go to that I recommend, how I interact and how I maneuver getting around the HIV and beggars that y'all complain about. I have that all at theaustinholloman.com in my Nairobi Blueprint. And I also have my YouTube course and all the other digital products and our handmade wood kitchen utensils that somebody else just bought as well. Now, these are not cheap because these are high quality kitchenette pieces like cutting boards and serving pans and cheese boards and all that kind of stuff, right? People are looking for that stuff. So if you guys are looking for those kitchenette pieces and you want to improve your social life, especially here in Nairobi, just go to theaustinholloman.com and make sure you check out and see if you see something you like. Send me an email if you have any suggestions. But without further ado, Don Banks is back here in the back. We will go ahead and bring him up. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, family? How you doing, bro?
I'm in paradise, so I'm blessed, but I have to leave because my views are going down.
Views going down, man. Yeah, it happens, man. Come with the YouTube stuff, man. You know that. Salute, man. Right salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. It's your boy Don Banks, man. Let's go.
So right now you're in Rio, correct?
I'm actually where are you from, bro? I'm here in Dallas.
Oh, you're in Dallas right now. Where are you from originally?
Virginia, 757 area.
Okay, what brings you to Dallas?
My pops are staying out here. My pops and my stepmom, they live in Dallas, man. So I'm just here visiting them for a little bit. Then I'm gonna head back to Rio in a few weeks. I already got my ticket. In a few days, I'll be back in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, so have you been to other cities? Well, first of all, introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, what got you into traveling, and how you discovered Rio.
For sure, bro. So Don Banks, if you don't know, man, I've been traveling. I'm a world traveler, man. I've been traveling for, I think, the past 3 or 4 years. I actually started traveling through a job that I had. I was a merchant seaman, and I used to travel around the world and stuff like that, man. So I traveled a lot doing that when I was about 21. I'm 26 now, but yeah, I was traveling a lot, man. But now I travel the world basically. I'm a digital nomad expat, but I'm based out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I started my YouTube channel about a year ago, and it's been going great, man. Like you said, it blew up real fast. Got to 75 subscribers in less than 75,000 subscribers in less than a year, man. So it's going real good. I'm a big fan of you, bro. I've been watching you for a few years, 2 or 3 years. I remember you had your moments in Brazil, man, but we keep moving forward, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I didn't know that you were 26. Okay, that's cool. So I actually will be back in Rio. But let me ask you this. Did you go to any other cities in Latin America besides Rio?
In Latin America? Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, last month I was in Colombia. I went to pretty much 3 or 4 cities out there: Cartagena, Medellin, Cali, Barranquilla, too. And then I was actually, before that, I was in Dominican Republic. So I've been bouncing around pretty much the last 5 months. I've been bouncing around. I left Rio in about March, and I've just been traveling the world. I went to Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, and yeah, so I've just been traveling the world for the last few months, but it's time to get back to Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, so let me ask you, what made you pick Rio over all those other cities that you went to?
Rio was the city that I felt most at home, man. Like when you go to Rio, it's a hard thing to describe, man. But just the people there, how welcoming they are. You know, they're very warm people. They're very extroverted people, and just the social climate there, man. It's very. Oh, you got an echo. You can hear me good?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right. Yeah, just the social climate there, man. It feels like every day is something to do. You know, there's always. It's kind of unlike America, where in America, a lot of people, you know, wait for the weekend and stuff like that. In Rio de Janeiro, it's stuff to do every day. There's something going on. They're having a barbecue with a family. They're inviting you somewhere. So it's just so much to do here, man. And I just fell in love with it. The nature there, the beaches, the beach culture is unbeatable, man. I haven't found a beach culture that was anywhere like Rio de Janeiro. So yeah, I just fell in love with it, man. It's really where I feel at home.
Yeah, Brazil in general does have a amazing beach culture. I would add to, I would say that Salvador Bahia had a amazing beach culture, if not a little better. So you might want to try that one out too. But
For sure.
that
Now
the
I've been to Salvador. I've been to
okay,
Salvador. Yeah, Salvador was
okay,
dope too. I didn't stay too long. I was there for about a week. But Salvador was
okay,
dope
okay.
too. I want to spend more time there, but that's definitely number 2 for me in Brazil.
Yeah, but that's the only country in the world that I've been to. That I've been to 28 countries, about to be 30 now, and yeah, there's nowhere else in the world. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe in Cape Town they do that, but nowhere else in the world I've been to where you can go to the beach and everybody's drinking, they're playing music, and it's 500 people at the beach. You know, it's
Yeah,
nowhere
exactly.
else like that.
Exactly, bro. It's a different feel, bro. It's just it's a special feel. Like you said, you located in Africa. I have not been to Africa yet, so whenever I go out there, I do plan to link up with you out there. But that I haven't been to. Have you been to Cape Town?
No, I went to Johannesburg and I went to Durban, and Durban has a beach, but it wasn't nothing to talk about. It was a nice looking beach, but as
Yeah.
far as beach culture with them playing soccer, drinking, and playing music, nah.
Yeah.
But so would you say that you say you're a digital nomad through the job that you got, but would you say that whenever you got to Brazil, the social life that you experienced there was something that gave you a push factor to leave the United States and build a life in Rio?
Yeah, for sure. Like the first time I went to Brazil, probably about 2.5 years ago, man. I really fell in love with how the social culture is, man. There's just so much to do there, man. And like the people there, they're very cool. They're very laid back. They have a lightness about them, man. In the United States, people are very kind of heavy. It's more heavy. It's more a serious and colder climate than when you go to Brazil. And it's something you don't notice until you start to travel to different places and see in the world. And Brazil was that place that it really matched my vibe, man. It really was something that I couldn't get my mind off. When I left Brazil, I just could not stop thinking about Brazil. I went hard with the language. I'm fluent in Portuguese, and I just went all in with Brazil, man. So it's that place that it just always is going to hold a special part in my heart, and that's really where I want to be for the rest of my life in Brazil in general. But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I first got down there in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people in my family thought that I was bullshit when I was like, yeah, when I leave this time, I'm not coming back. It's been 3 years, so they believe me now. But so a lot of people want to become a YouTuber as well. Some people go to other countries and they just pretty much just wing it, and it's not working. It shows in a lot of them. But
Yeah.
you, as I said before, you went from 0 to 75 in a year, essentially, or less than a year. And for me, that took like a year and a no, okay, maybe it was around like 15 months it took me to do that.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
what would you say that what was your strategy? I mean, I'm not telling you get a game away, but
Mhm.
what would you say was something that you did to grow your YouTube channel while living in Brazil? Because a lot of people want to do that.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I would say, man, it's kind of you gotta have something different about you, man. And I think the thing that really separated me and my Brazilian content, especially, is the fact that I know Portuguese. I see a lot of guys in the comments saying I don't know Portuguese. You can watch any one of my videos and see that I know Portuguese. But it's a lot of guys that do Brazilian content. They will go out there, they trying to speak English and Portuguese. It don't mix. So they get to a certain point and it's just you can't really build a connection. You know what I mean? Your content, it just feels off. So I just say it has to flow naturally, and you just got to really hold a vision. If you just hold that vision and be consistent with it, man, I think it'll pop for anybody. You just have to have a certain vision to be locked in.
Yeah, and if you're speaking Portuguese, like you have a better shot at getting locals to actually pay attention to your content because I always say like 20% of people in Brazil speak English. It's not as common as people would think.
Yeah, I say less than that. I say probably 10 to 15%, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you know Portuguese, you can do a dual audience thing. But the thing is, you probably won't be doing all your videos in Portuguese. You probably have to do Portuguese captions. But so whenever you got to Rio, I know the first thing whenever I watch YouTubers like you and I, I used to hear them in Colombia, like, yeah, you know, I got this big plate of food. It was like $3 or $4. I was like, bullshit. There's no way in hell they eating all this food for $3 or $4. And they rent is $200 and it's nice outside. There's no way in hell they just making this shit up.
Exactly.
But whenever I got to Rio, and I was like, wow, I've been drunk and full all day, and I've been only on like $20 or $25. Like, I haven't spent nothing.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what can you elaborate on more on the cost of living differences and which one of those things surprised you the most when you first arrived there?
Yeah, that cost of living is if I was living the same lifestyle I live in Brazil, in the States, man, I would be spending about 3 to 4 times more per month. And that's with me being in the prime location in Rio de Janeiro, right in Ipanema, Copacabana Beach. And that's really the best location to be in. And man, the cost of living there, the food is cheaper. If you go out to eat, the Ubers are very cheap. It's not as cheap as I would say like Thailand or Philippines, but I would compare it to like a United States back in maybe 2015 or 2016, like the cost of living. It's not bad at all. And for the type of lifestyle that I have and the content that I make, I'm able to support myself and live that lifestyle.
Yeah. So my next point too is safety. A lot of people. So number one, it is a lot more dangerous in Latin America than it is here in Africa for sure. Besides South Africa, I don't have nothing to worry about. The dudes ain't even like there's not even fights that happen here in Kenya. But I know in Brazil, it's the total opposite. But I think sometimes foreigners, especially people that have never been there, blow it out of proportion. Like when I first went to Rio, my parents were telling me like, "Oh, you need to pick your casket, or they kill Americans down there," which is, I mean, it's not that. That sounds like Afghanistan during the Taliban.
It does. That's how people make it seem, bro. They make it seem like if you go on the beach, man, you got to be ducking the whole time. Like people gonna be shooting on the beach, man. It's very overhyped. And I will say that it is a danger to it. You can't have your head in the clouds because like I said, but the most that's going to happen is somebody might snatch your phone while you're walking on the beach or something like that. It's nothing that can't happen in the States. You know, I've been to a lot of states in America that are way worse than I would say than Rio de Janeiro. As long as you don't mess with the locals and you just respect their culture and stuff like that, man, you'll be good. I haven't ran into any problems out there. Like since I've been there, and I've been living there about 1.5 to 2 years, I haven't had any problems there, bro. So I think it's very overhyped, and it's just something that is spread from a narrative from a long time ago that stuck with a lot of people.
Yeah, same thing with Colombia. Colombia is a lot more safer than it used to be when Pablo Escobar was there, I'm assuming. Yeah. But it's still a place that you have to keep your head on the. You still have to have some common sense when you go down there.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever apply for a residency in Brazil?
I'm actually in the process of getting my digital nomad visa. It should be coming through pretty soon. I got my tourist visa, obviously, so I can go back. I can enter the country right now, but I'm in the process of getting my digital nomad visa, and then I'll finally get my residency and stuff after that. I think the digital nomad, I should be good for about 2 years, and then after that, I'm gonna look for residency in Brazil, man. It's where I want to be long term.
Yeah. And had I never traveled, I probably would still be there as well. That's a place that is a very magical place. So would you say that whenever you went to Brazil, your quality, besides cost of living and the social life, do you feel a sense of peace where that improved your overall quality of life in Rio?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I said, right when you get off that plane in Rio de Janeiro, man, it's just like something lifted up off of me. Like I felt so free in Rio de Janeiro, man. It's a feeling that's hard to explain. I haven't felt that in too many places. But Rio is definitely that place for me where I just felt so free and just a peace and that I didn't feel in when I was living in America, man. It was something that I felt, and I just had to go back. Once I went to Brazil for the first time, I think it was about a month. I stayed my first time in Brazil, and after that, man, I just put in work, kept to my grind, and then I got back to Brazil, man, and I fell in love with it. I just stayed there, bro. I just stayed there for 6-7 months, and then And it's been history. It's been history, man. I really love Brazil.
Okay, so would you say that you have more friends in Rio as opposed to your hometown?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Right now, I got a lot more friends in Rio de Janeiro, a lot more connections. I'm pretty much tapped in Rio de Janeiro. If anybody in the chat wants to come to Rio de Janeiro, I'm definitely got a link with. I do consultations and stuff. You hit me on IG, Don Banks, and yeah, man, I'm the guy to get with. I know pretty much everything that goes on, any events, stuff like that. I'm the guy to get with.
Okay, what kind of events are you doing?
I do yacht parties. I do other type of parties like that, but mainly the yacht parties are the thing that go pretty big, man. It's a hot ticket, man. Everybody wants to get to those, and they held them like a monthly basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be out in Rio. I should be there around November, December. So if you hosting one of those, I'll come check it out. Now, let me ask you this. Okay, a lot of dudes want to know about the women for sure. How do Brazilian women view foreigners, foreign men in particular, of course, but in more particular, us, Black American men? What has been your experience with women there?
Yeah. The women there, we're as a Black man, you are their type, honestly. They like white men too, but a Black man, because you got to think a lot of the people that are lit there, and a lot of the rappers and celebrities, they're Black. So that's who they really look at as kind of like the people that they actually have interest in. It's genuine interest when you go there in a Black man, especially if you take care of yourself, you go to the gym, you know what I mean, stuff like that, man. You will be in that top percentile in Brazil. Like I say, you got to learn that language, though. I think that's the hump that a lot of guys don't get over in Brazil. I think that's one of the hardest parts about when you go into Brazil is if you don't speak a certain language. And a lot of the females that I've talked to, they said it can't go past a certain point for them. They won't look at you, especially if you want a long-term relationship or a wife in Brazil. They're not going to look at you as a serious candidate to be in a relationship with them, because they feel like that connection is not there, and they won't be able to really build something serious with you. So that's very important for them, is that language. And it's something that if you want to stay there long term, you need to be studying Portuguese.
Yeah, I used to say that when I was there. Like, if you guys go to Brazil and you don't know Portuguese, you're pretty much limited. You're pretty much limited to hookers and chicks that only fuck with foreigners.
It's true. It's true. It's because you have a group that only focus on foreign men. It's like anywhere you go, there's a group that only look for foreigners, and then it's the 304s, bro. That's really all you're going to be able to get in Brazil, especially if you don't know that language, man. So I say if you want something serious in Brazil, now if you just want to do what you do and just live life, do what you do, you know what I mean? You can do that. But if you want something serious and you want to be there long term, man, that language is key, bro.
Yeah, and don't think, for those that's watching, don't think that just because they speak English in Kenya that this doesn't apply there as well. Yes, they speak English here, but I think the contrarian thing here is that, yeah, if you're not in shape and you don't take care of yourself, you are pretty much limited to chicks that all your homeboys have probably been with as well. So
you'll say it's like that in Kenya too?
But since they speak English, like, you don't need to know Swahili here because everybody speaks English. But if you ain't, like, you know, competing, you ain't working on your charisma, your conversation, you ain't working on your body, you ain't got your skincare right.
Yeah,
you know the typical shit to improve your physical, you know, that the self-improvement stuff.
For sure.
You don't get to dig deep. Like I always say, man, I'm undefeated here. Like I can do whatever I want here.
Bro, that's exactly how I feel in Rio, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that interest level, like, I never struggle with women anywhere I go, especially in the States, man. I did my thing, but in Brazil, it's a different level. I'm not gonna lie, it's a different level. It's a genuine attraction that you don't really feel too much if you just in the States doing what you're doing. You won't feel it too much. When you go to Brazil, man, it's just a little bit different, especially if they have genuine interest in you. And you know the language on top of that, it's game over, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's game over.
So what was one of the biggest culture shocks you had what was the biggest culture shock you had to adjust to going to Rio?
Well, my first time it would be probably the language. The second thing probably would be just how social they are. In the United States, it's not common to have events planned every day, to have your family over, to be meeting somebody's family on the first or second date. That's not very common. To have women come over and cook for you on the first date, stuff like that. It's not common in the States. So play in Brazil, that kind of shocked me the first time I went there. And I was like, damn, I can get used to this. You know what I mean? It's something that is very welcoming when you go to a country like that and you feel that level of welcoming from other people, and you feel that they actually care about you, and they have a interest for you, and they don't just want something. It's something that it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat that. And once you get that feeling, man, it's hard to just go back to the States and stay there in the States, man. It's hard to do that, bro.
Yeah, it's that genuine interest that you get in developing countries. I mean, Brazil is a lot more developed than where I'm at, but it's still that laid back. It's part of that laid back lifestyle versus that
sure.
fast paced super capitalism that we're from. So you pretty much touched on those next two questions. Well, let me ask you this: what does it feel like to go on a date? Can you go further into what it's like going on a date with a woman in Rio? Like, what is she saying? The eye contact, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. When you go out to Brazil, one of the first things that you're going to notice is just how affectionate the women are. That's probably the first thing that everybody I talk to, they always say that, man, they're extremely affectionate. They're going to be feeling on you. They're going to be touching on you. If they're interested in you, they're going to, you know what I mean? They might even go on and kiss you. They might make the first move. A lot of times when I'm with a female, they make the first move. You know what I mean? I just be chilling, and they start filling up on me and stuff like that. And then it goes from there. But man, that's something you really don't get too much in the States, man. And like I said, just the Brazilian women are probably the coolest women that I've experienced. From the places that I've been to, they're just so cool. They're very down to earth, man. I actually do have a lot of Brazilian girls that I would actually call my friends, that I really do talk to and just talk to about other stuff and even business and stuff like that, man. I really have like more friends in Brazil than I do in the States at this point. So it's that place that they just really welcome me in Brazil. And I feel like you said, I feel unbeatable in Brazil. I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel like it's anybody that's close to me in Brazil. And it's just somewhere that I see myself being long term.
Yeah, it feels like from what I was picking up what you were saying, it was something I was telling somebody earlier about my life here, is that it feels like I have people that care about me, or that are they're so interested, and it doesn't seem like there's a hidden agenda. Even if there is, I don't know, they're doing a good job of hiding it.
Yeah, they do a damn great job of hiding it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel that though, bro.
Yeah, they must be hiding it. But yeah, it feels like people are caring about you. But I remember my first thing when I got to Rio was, I remember sitting on a date and the chick was just sitting there like this, looking at me and smiling, and just like smiling like she had never seen it. I was like, damn.
Bro,
and I'm like, even if she faking it,
I'm doing a good job. I'm fucking with it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still with it. You know what I mean? It's something that you don't get, like that undivided attention that they give you.
Yes.
And that I haven't, when I went to Brazil, I didn't feel anything like that for a long time. You know, in the States, it's just different in the States. You know what I mean? The women are just a little bit more colder. They're a little bit more reserved. In Brazil, if they messing with you, they'll let you know. They will let you know from the jump. It's not gonna be no games. They're gonna get straight to the point. I ain't gonna lie. And that's one of the things I really fell in love with. It's no time wasting. You know, if you plan something, if you meet a girl one day at 12 o'clock, you can plan something that same day. Go out to dinner with her. You can go out to you can go to the beach with her. If she had a free schedule, she will link up with you that day, and you can take it from there, man. It's just, they don't have that in the Brazil. It's like you gotta, in the United States, like you gotta get past certain levels before you really get a certain connection. You know what I mean? It's completely different in Brazil. They're more so they will let you know if they're really fucking with you.
Yeah, I would say it's the way how it's supposed to be, is the feeling that you get as well.
Yeah, it just feels natural. That's how I
Yeah.
always say it feels like the natural way that we're supposed to be dating and interacting between man and female. That's how we're supposed to be interacting, bro.
Yeah, and the I'm gonna have to reach out to you. We have to collaborate on something after this, but
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
that it feels it's the way how it's supposed to be, man. It's just it's unbeatable. I remember when I was in the States, man. It just after you get the number, it's like that's when the game starts. You trying to
That's
get
when the game. That's when the
yeah,
bullshit,
you
man.
trying to convince them to see you again. And now, like, she
Yeah,
might have been smiling. She might have sipped out of the same straw as you when she met you. And then she trying to play this game of
yeah.
going cold and hot. Cold. Man,
I'm
anybody
telling
got
you,
time?
man. I ain't got time for it. It's at a certain point you
Yeah.
just get tired of it. I know
Yeah.
we both young, but I know the older guys they know how it is, but we both young and we already feel that way. So it that tells you it's a problem. You know, if all these guys are saying the same thing and having the same experiences, it's kind of like, man. But like I said, you can find a great woman in the States, man. But it's just like, do you really want to put in all that effort to look for a needle in a haystack?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You'll go crazy doing that. So some people might say, based off listening to this, especially American women or some dudes that can't travel, they'll say stuff like, "Oh, it's just because you're a foreigner. It's not that easy for the locals."
Hmm.
What do you have to say about that?
A part of that is true, but I say from like I said, anywhere you go, money is going to rule. Money is the thing that rules the world, bro. So that's just one thing we can get that out the way. But as far as from what I've experienced, especially in Rio de Janeiro, if they have that certain genuine interest in you, and like I said, if they have that certain interest, it's game over, bro. Like they won't play those games with you, and like I said, even if they want to date a Brazilian man or something like that, they will go out their way to make you the priority if they really have that genuine interest for you, bro. It's just all about that genuine interest and just being able to get past a certain level that because they always say that American guys they treat them different, you know. So it's just something you can't be a weirdo out there, man. It's a lot of guys that go out there and just are weird. They don't know how to talk to women and just think you can talk to women any type of way, man. So you still just got to be cool, you know, laid back. They're extremely laid back. They're chill. You know what I mean? You can just talk to them. You don't got to force things out there. Just let it flow and just be a cool guy, man. And they will. You have your way. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me touch on a couple of these super chats really quick. We'll come back to those. I'll save those for the end. But the homies hub says young ninjas are dominating the travel space. Shout out to Don Banks. Thank you for the 100
Shout
top
out
bot.
homies up, man. Shout out homies up, man. You doing the thing in Colombia? I see him in Thailand, man, doing his thing.
Now the next thing was Jamasta J says you're above the local average dudes and you're below the top local dudes. I mean, we can say that. I mean, yeah, there's billionaires in Brazil. I'm definitely not a billionaire, so I guess if you want to say I'm below that, I mean, okay.
Yeah, but it's still better than it would be in the States. You know, even if you're not in the top 1.1 percentile in Brazil, there's just so many women. I mean, honestly, there's so many women in Brazil. So you know what I mean? You attract what you put out. So if a girl's if she's really feeling you and she's an 8, 9, or 10, that's what it is. You know what I mean? But even a 6 or 7 in Brazil is about an 8 or 9 in the States. So you just get what you can get.
I used to say that. Now, Life Lessons, the last one, and then I'm gonna go back to my original comments. He says Austin literally did a series about Brazil, Sao Paulo, and Rio. He complained about them liking white dudes. He's completely ignoring it now. Unbelievable. I'm not ignoring that. We just haven't said nothing relevant to that. Yeah. But I will say this again. As I said at the beginning of this interview, Rio is the first country that I went to. Rio is the first city that I went to that made me be like, I'm finna get the hell out of Texas and move over here. Bro, so, and I haven't been back to Rio since I discovered that white worship shit. But Rio is not, I didn't really get that. I didn't really get that when I was there or when I was in Salvador. But Sao Paulo is not like dominated by black people like Rio and Salvador. So they have a history of, Like even the state of Sao Paulo, whenever the Civil War ended in the states, the Confederates that couldn't stand living in a unified America went to the state of Sao Paulo. So it makes sense that I had that feeling when I got there. I was like, damn, okay, something's definitely that changed my entire perspective about Brazil, but it made me realize that every city really is different from
it's different. Every city you go to in Rio is different, bro. Every city you go to in Brazil is different, man. Like a lot of time when I say Brazil, I'm specifically talking about Rio de Janeiro. But there are other cities that are, if you go to them, it feels like a completely different country. So it's a huge country, man. There's so many beautiful cities in Brazil, man. And it's somewhere that it takes a long time to explore all the different cities there, man. It's a lot of potential in Brazil, especially for long-term living. I would say you just got to learn the language first.
And y'all gonna quit saying this shit about them white worshiping in Africa. The white worshipers in Africa, I'm not gonna get off topic. The women that are white worshiping in Africa don't have running water or electricity. So yes, they're white worshiping. Now I want to go back to being a YouTuber again. So how do you maintain I don't know how, but for somebody that's watching this, how would you say that you are able to maintain an American audience so that way you get paid the right amount of AdSense? Because if you blow up over here in Kenya, they literally sometimes paying people $1.04 per 1,000 views, which means you got to be getting millions.
Got you. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, I mean, mainly especially on with the YouTube thing, man. Like I said, I just started my channel and I was just doing what I do, and it just happened to attract an American audience. It pushes I think my analytics are maybe 10 or 15% Brazil, a lot of other different countries, but I think 60 to 70% is an American audience. So I still get paid USD, and I make good money from YouTube and my other businesses and stuff like that. But YouTube, Patreon, that's my main go-to.
Okay. Yeah. I still have to work on getting my Patreon up. I haven't gotten enough patience to do it completely yet. But so as far as Brazil's global reputation, why do you think that Rio? Because it seems like when people think of Brazil, that's pretty much the only city they think about. But why do you think that city in specific has such a strong attraction for foreigners? And even though that it's dangerous and it has, favelas as dangerous there too. Yeah.
I just think it's when you really look at it, it's hard to beat, man. If you just look at this, I mean, I see a lot of people say Cape Town is the most beautiful city, but I would say Rio and Cape Town are just like this. It's not too many places you can go in the world where you just see beautiful beaches right there, and the city is literally right there. You can go downtown Rio de Janeiro, 5-minute walk from the beach. Like, it's not too many cities in the world that are built that way. Brazil has always been, especially Rio de Janeiro, it's always been popularized in movies and stuff like that, man. So it's somewhere that everybody wants to be. The nature there is ridiculous. They have wild forest there, rainforest there. It's just hard to beat the things that you can do. You can go hiking. You can do all types of rock climbing. You can do all types of, paragliding. It's just so much stuff that you can do. And the tourism there, they really don't even, it's not even like a Thailand where it's all just straight tourism. It's just Rio attracts a global audience just being itself. And they still have a lot of their culture there, and their culture is real deep. So it's and a lot of people go there. A lot of people, you go there and you feel that energy that's just different. It's somewhere that you don't feel in too many places that you're going to go to. You're not going to feel that same energy, that same level of when you go out to the beach and everybody is outside, everybody's exercising, everybody is doing something active. You see families on the beach, and you go to the beach on the weekend, it's going to be flooded. It's not too many places that are like that in the world, man. It's just an energy that it's hard to replicate. So I think that's why a lot of people end up going to Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, and now that you've been there for a while, whenever you start to live somewhere, when you're a tourist, you kind of get the honeymoon phase, but when you start to live somewhere, you start to see things a lot deeper.
Yeah.
So how has living in Brazil, the amount of time that you live there, how has it changed your view on Brazil politically, and economically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, Rio is it's that place that you see that their everywhere in the world you go, their politics is not, they're always going to have something going on. It is a lot of corruption, a lot of bureaucracy with the government here in Rio de Janeiro. And if you talk to any local in Brazil, they will tell you about that and just the reality of how things is. There's a lot of structural racism in Brazil. You know, it still does exist there, but it's just a little bit different than it is in the States. But it's things that you can't as a tourist, you kind of can avoid them. But once you live in there for a long time, you start to see different things and start to understand things a little bit more. But I mean, I just focus on what I can control in my life. You know what I mean? I love Brazil and Rio de Janeiro, but I live out my suitcase, man. I can pick up and go whenever I need to. I'm not tied to Brazil in any way. So I have freedom to do what I do. And that's what everybody should be searching for, is that freedom to go and do whatever you want to do in this life, man. Once you get to that level, it's not too many things that can really hold you back.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I remember one time to touch more on the racism you talked about. I remember my first trip actually to Brazil. I was going from Rio to a club in Barra da Tijuca. It was one of those that strip of 3 clubs in Barra da Tijuca.
Yeah,
Barra da Tijuca. Checkpoint there. Oh, what the hell's going on? There's a police checkpoint there.
Yeah. I got stopped on that. I'll tell you, I have got stopped in Barra da Tijuca maybe 3 or 4 times. And that police check right around that corner.
Yeah, right there on the highway, and they snatched us out of the car and they put the assault rifle in my face and was yelling and screaming. I just knew I was about to die because they were pushing us back in the grass and everything. And the driver was like, "No, they're American, relax." And he kind of ignored me, said it again, and he's like, "Oh, let me see your ID." Just looked at it. He's like, "Oh, relax, get back in the car." Yeah. And so that's when I realized the chick I was talking to at the time, she told me, like, yeah, if you weren't American, you were a black Brazilian, you'd have been out of it. Like
Yeah.
And for nothing, which is the same issue we have in the States, but there it's kind of swept under the rug. Like it's a little more swept under the rug compared to America.
Yeah, for sure. It does. That does happen, bro. There is corruption there. There is cops that target Americans or even just black people in general. You know, that does happen in Brazil. And I haven't been, I would say, extorted or anything like that here in Brazil. I have been stopped numerous amount of times, but being able to speak Portuguese has saved me a lot, and I've been let go. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry to hear that happen to you, bro. That's actually crazy. I didn't know that happened to you, but yeah, that just hasn't been something that I've experienced in Rio de Janeiro. But it does happen, man. So it's something that you got to be aware of when you come out here. Is stuff can go wrong, you know what I mean? But you just got to stay cool. Don't let your emotions get to your head, man, and just, you know what I mean, try to live to see another day. But if anybody's coming to Brazil, don't let that hype of the danger get to you, man. You're gonna come out here and you're gonna feel the most at peace and the most freedom that you probably have felt in your life. It's one of those places that just it has a energy here and a spirit here that it's hard to beat it. It's hard to replicate that energy.
Yeah, so we've covered most things. Would you say that Brazil and Rio, do you have like in Africa, it's very common for locals and cops and even people at the government office to be trying to scam you or extort you? Would you say that it wasn't an issue for me when I was there, but would you say that's an issue that you've had to deal with? You said you haven't been extorted, but have you ran into locals trying to scam a
lot? It happens. It happens. Not anything too serious, but they will give you the gringo price in a lot of places. If you don't know how much something is in a certain area, if you go to the beach and it might be 10 reais for a beach chair or something like that, they might charge you 30 or 40 reais, something like that. I haven't seen it on a big scale like that, especially with me knowing Portuguese. I haven't experienced a lot. But I've heard of a lot of guys getting scammed and stuff like that. So it's just you have to be aware of cost of certain things and really just not going with your head in the clouds and just going with the flow. Sometimes you gotta I mean, you got to check what's going on, especially with your money, man. So they trying to hustle just like you, bro. So you just gotta be on point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I think that for the most part, we've touched on all the questions that I have. Do you have time for calls with anybody, or do you want to do calls?
Yeah, for sure. Let's run it.
Oh, so somebody, let's see. Somebody, they've been begging me to ask it. They want to know if you are paying women to be in your videos.
Nah. To this date, I haven't paid anyone to be in my video. But I ain't gonna lie, I've offered it before, but they haven't took the money. But in a lot of the females that I be with, they're not pros. I haven't. It may have been one pro. Like the thing is, there's a thing here that's called semi-pros. So sometimes I won't even know if she's a pro. You know what I mean? She may not charge me compared to another guy that she sees that doesn't speak Portuguese, that she's not interested in. She's going to charge them. You know what I mean? So it's something it's hard to really explain, but there are semi-pros here, and a lot of times I don't really care about it because my main goal is the content when I'm with females, when I'm doing what I do. You know what I mean? So I haven't been charged, but it's a thing that goes on here. It's a lot of guys that are here for 3 or 4 days and just want to, you know what I mean, just do what they do. But me being here long term and being able to actually talk to these females and having females that are actually my friends, it's not something that I really deal with too often.
Okay. If anybody has any questions, we'll give it 5 minutes to do a call in. Otherwise, I have already asked all the questions that I have for Don today.
Yeah, let's run the calls.
But
yeah, like I said, it's for a lot of my I'm focused on content. Honestly, when I'm with a female, I have a lot of females that I do not show on camera that I deal with. But just for the content, if she is a pro, I don't care. that's not my business. You know what I mean? Especially if she's not charging me. But to each his own, man. I don't blame guys that do what they do. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I've done it before. I've paid for it before, but it's not what I do on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. So let's see if we have anybody. Okay, we got our first call in the back. What's going on?
Oh, is it Boy Tarje, right?
Yeah, Boy Tarje, irmão.
Como você está?
Tudo bem? Tudo
bem. Austin, quanto tempo? Right? It's a long time no see, right? I think. Yeah, that's a little bit.
Muito tempo.
Yeah, I just started my Portuguese lessons for a week, but I'm gonna get back on it. I'm actually going to thank you. I've been watching your videos, Don, for a good minute, man. You've been traveling a lot between for you sure, and Salute. You know, it's funny. Do people ever say you and Lord look like brothers? The Lord?
No, I haven't heard that one, but Lord is my God, man. Shout out to I haven't heard that one though.
Between you, Austin, and Don, and a couple other people, man, I really enjoy you guys' videos, man.
For sure, bro. Salute, bro.
Yeah, keep up the good work. Definitely motivating. I'm actually going to Portugal at the end of this month. I wanted to ask you also, are you planning on buying any property in Brazil?
Yeah, that is something that I'm interested in doing, especially with me being there long term. Shout out to my guy, International Zoe. Some of y'all might know him. I actually talked to him about buying property and stuff, so I'm gonna get with him on that. And shout out to Skylar DeRowan too. They give me a lot of advice. I look at them basically like my travel OGs and stuff. But as far as buying property, it is something that I'm looking at doing in the near future, honestly.
For sure. So out of all the places, ideally, if you were between the three, if you were to choose, would it be Ipanema, Leblon, or like Copacabana?
Copacabana, yeah. I would say, bro, the best scenario for me is Ipanema, bro. It's the place that is more. It has a more local feel to it. I would say the most baddies are going to be in Ipanema. Copacabana is extremely touristy. you're going to run into more girls that are looking for gringos in Copacabana. So I would say if you're just a visitor and you want to come for a week or two, I would say Ipanema is the best bet.
But what if you wanted? Because I'm trying to come there for Carnival, so that's like day after Valentine's Day. So it's like ideally for 10 to 12 days. But if my situation fares out and I could get a nice little remote job by then, another one by then, I definitely want to stay for a good month.
For sure, bro. That's like I said, that's what I did my first time when I came, bro. I stayed for I actually stayed for a month and a half in Rio de Janeiro, man, and I just got a feel for it, man, and I fell in love with it, and that's when I really started going hard with the Portuguese. So keep it up, man. Keep it up with the Portuguese and stuff, man, and you know what I mean? You just got to stay focused on it.
How long did it take you to be able to be proficient where you could talk to like women and it not be like awkward in terms of
I would say it took me 6 or 7 months to get to that level where I was conversational. And I have a full video on my Patreon that breaks everything down. But it took me about 6, 7 months to get there where I could go out and hold a basic conversation, you know what I mean? And not trip over my words and stuff like that. So
gotcha.
I would say it's not, you just got to stay focused on it. And I put in a lot of work, man. I was putting in hours every day studying Portuguese. So
we're talking like 2 or 3 hours a day. I'm just curious because I want to see how proficient I can get by February.
Yeah, for sure. 2 3 hours plus every day, bro. If you can, at least listening to the language.
Okay. Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Yeah, I mean, talking to like certain Brazilian women, I could just tell. Like I always tell people you really need, and people you might be simping or whatnot, but you really need like motivation to be the best version of yourself sometimes as a man, to have like a quality feminine woman around you. I'm sorry, like I think that's the crisis that's going on in America right now. They're like, why the men are not being productive? It's like you have no incentive. There's a reason why they say women are supposed to be the muse, right? And I just like, I'm not gonna lie, like talking to a couple of because I travel a lot too. I've been on almost close to 20 countries, but it's like when I speak to women that speak Portuguese, a woman that are Brazilian, like it is more easy flowing. The conversation is more easy flowing than it is in America, and it's a night and day difference, man. Like even because I dated a girl that was from Cape Verde too. Night and day difference. Sure. And it was genuinely a good experience. They definitely want you to meet your parents by the first or second month, but it's not like a deal breaker, like you're gonna marry them. It's just to show you, like, hey, this is my family.
Yeah, it's them embracing you. They're taking in your culture, and it's very welcoming when you get that level of energy. When you get that type of energy that you just really feel welcomed in a place, and that they don't have harmful intentions for you or have secondary intentions, man. It's very welcoming, and it's something that really it gets you stuck, man. Once you get that feeling, it's hard to go somewhere else and just not be around that energy. Like even me, I can't, like even at this point in my life, I just can't deal with American women on a serious note. I just can't do it.
And I'm not here. I've grown past the trashing them. I'm just indifferent. Like I'm not. No. It's like I'm from New York, so that to put things into perspective. It's like the people here in general, the dudes are weird and aggressive, and the women sound like Tracy Morgan or Jadakiss, man. Like it is not. It is not a place where is the femininity is flowing in abundant. But I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I don't, because people are saying I'm yapping or whatnot. But I will definitely contact you, because I don't think I have anything else I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Other than because I see your videos and I can always ask you in a consultation. And join your Patreon. But thanks for having me on, and keep up the good work, man. Thank you.
For sure, bro. Appreciate the support, man. Much love.
All right. We got another one from the Homies Hub right here. What's going on?
Yo, what up, Austin? What up, Don Bang? Shout out to y'all, man. I'm super proud of y'all. I'm super proud to see young dudes doing what a lot of people can't do. I think I left a comment on your post today, Austin. I'm like, yo, no matter what the reception that you get back, I'm just happy that you one of the few people that's in Africa actually advocating for Africa. I think that's special. Sure. That's crazy. So shout out to you.
For sure.
Don Banks was good, man. I see that you went to Colombia, bro. How was it, man? I know the content coming out fire.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, hey, shout out to you, bro. I see you went going crazy in Colombia, man. Your Colombia content is top notch, bro. See you doing your thing in Thailand too, man. So keep it up, man. But yeah, Colombia is dope, man. Colombia is always gonna be Colombia, man. It's hard to beat Colombia, honestly. I still got it in my top 3. Especially, you know, I'm biased towards Brazil. I know you probably biased towards Colombia. But
I was going to ask you that, yeah. I was going to ask you so far, because you know it's like it's a constant conversation. Who got the Bad of Johns so far since you spent like a month out there? Like, what you thinking so far?
I'm still going to give it to Brazil. Just for, and what I say this. It's just the diversity. It's just the diversity. Like I said, you can wake up any morning in Rio de Janeiro or in Brazil in general, and you can just imagine a girl, and then you can go out and find her. I'm talking about any type of girl you want. In Colombia, it's a lot of baddies, but it's more so a specific type. You know what I mean? Of course, they got the Afro Latinas and stuff like that. But in Brazil, it's everything from a scale, any type of combination. It's just, and that just does it for me. I like diversity. So that's why I put Brazil first.
And then what would come in second for you?
Colombia for sure. Colombia is definitely number 2. Medellin was dope. Cartagena is of course a vibe, but I say Colombia is definitely number 2 for me. But it's neck and neck, bro. It's not a huge gap for me, bro.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how did you learn Spanish? Because I've noticed, you know, like I said, like you. Austin, I say me and maybe like a couple others, we're like one of the few people that actually try to learn the language in the places that we stay at.
For sure.
I want to know, like, how did you learn Spanish, and kind of how did that shape your Colombian experience?
Yeah, with the Spanish part, well, I'm already fluent in Portuguese, so I learned the Spanish basically because they're very similar. You probably know a little bit of Portuguese because you know Spanish, right? Yeah. So once you know that, you know the verbs and stuff like that. I just put in a lot of time as far as listening to the Spanish language. So I say that's the number one thing. Just listen to it, and then at some point you just got to start speaking it. Maybe get a tutor or something. But I say they're very close, bro. They're very close, bro. So it don't take too long.
And then I got a question for you and Austin. So I had to sit down with International Zoe, Barber World, dope dude, right?
Yeah.
And he had expressed something to me when it came in the conversation about like me and you, right? Like younger dudes. I'm not that old now. I'm about to be 30 in March. I'm 29, but he basically was saying he's kind of concerned because the young traveler dudes might not ever give marriage a shot, simply because you travel and have all this access. I wanted to know how you felt about that, Austin. Just the fact that you like travel the world, have all this access. Do you think marriage is still something that you want?
Well, I had to disagree with that point because I'm living in Kenya because I got tired of traveling. So it depends. If that person plans to be a nomad the rest of their life, that probably is a reality. But for me, my entire point of traveling was to travel just to travel. But I mean, I was still trying to find a place that I felt like I needed to be. And now that I found this place, like, yeah, I was considering actually settling down here because I'm here every day. But but yeah, if you traveling, but that's most people ain't gonna be traveling forever. Like I thought I wanted to be a digital nomad for 5 years, and yeah, by the second and a half year, I was ready to stop.
Bro, it's tiring, bro. It's tiring, bro. Yeah. It takes a toll on you. But to answer the question, at some point, I could see settling down happening. I mean, we're extremely young. We got a lot of time for that to happen, so it's gonna happen naturally. But honestly, it's not on my mind like right now. But I can see it happening at some point, especially being in Brazil long term for me. I can see it happening at some point, but it's not something that I'm looking at in the next 5 or maybe even not 10 years. So, you know, I mean, I'm just doing what I do.
Yeah, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if we gonna get married to end up being divorced anyway and be older, it's kind of like, what is the point in really rushing it? I mean, like, I got what he was saying, because he's like, man, you could wake up and really have your pick of the litter any day you want.
For sure.
Do you even want to get married? Do you even want to settle down? So,
well, I'll tell you this. I know a guy that I work with here in Kenya. He's from the East Coast, and he has wives here. He has a wife here, and he has 2 wives in South Africa. So, I mean, it's all about how much access to finance you have too, because you got to have finance.
Yeah, finances plays a big part.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like I say, it's on my mind, but it ain't something that I'm gonna keep doing what I do. It's hard to put down when you, like you said, homies. When you can have your pick of the litter in pretty much any country you go to, it's tough to put that down. Honestly, it's tough to put that down and just, you know what I mean, and just lock the key away, hang your jersey up, man. I don't see it happening in the near future for me.
Are you mad if it never happens?
I'm not mad if it never happens. I'm not mad if it never happens, bro. If it never happens, I'm good, honestly. You know what I mean? I do want a child at some point, because I don't have any kids. I do want a child, but just straight monogamy and just a marriage, I'm not mad if it never happens.
Yeah, man, that's how I feel right now too. I'm like, man, with seeing what people going through in their marriages, and then seeing the dudes that get played by the overseas woman is worse.
Bro,
it's kind of like, damn, bro, like you really got played. And it kind of made me wonder, is their game that good, or are you just not that on point when it comes to dealing with women? I'm like, either way, I'm not even forcing it or rushing it, bro. So
yeah, bro, it's a lot of guys that get stuck in that game, bro. I think it's a little bit of both. I think their game is good and they have perfected their game, but a lot of guys just let's be keeping it real. A lot of guys is simps. A lot of guys are very weak.
All these people right here are the Antifa.
A lot of guys are weak-minded. A lot of guys, when it comes to females, they don't think logically. So it's just something. And for me, I'm very rational and I'm very stoic. So it's very hard to get me off my game. But a lot of guys are not made to be traveling the world and dealing with a whole bunch of females. So don't look at my channel, just think that you about to be out here living this life, or any of our channels for that, and just think that you about to be out here just living life like that, bro. It's not for the weak-minded, bro. It's not for the weak-minded.
It's definitely not. I feel like you got to have a certain kind of, like, you feel me? Like, some dudes are born for that. You know, not to say that that's all they are, but it's like some dudes are going to adapt to their environment and adapt to women and kind of know how to not get played while still having fun. And then some dudes, as soon as they come across something special, they're going to throw it all away for that one woman. They're just going to lose their common sense about it. So,
facts. That's facts, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's facts.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are definitely doing y'all thing, man. I think I pretty much like respect you guys the most, because y'all really young and doing it. Even though I'm not that much older than y'all, but I am about to be 30 way before y'all are. So, man, keep turning up, man. Keep getting money. Shout out to you, Austin, man. I appreciate the live stream too, bro. It's dope stuff.
For sure. Appreciate it, homie. Hey, we gotta connect, bro. Hit me on the back end, bro.
Yeah, bro. I got you, bro.
Sure.
All right. He said you got another 10 years before marriage. A lot of people do say that.
A lot of people tell me that. How old are you, Austin? 26. Okay. Yeah, we're the same age then. Yeah, man. We got time, bro.
Yeah.
Is this so? Are you in a relationship now? I don't want to put your business out, but are you?
Yeah. I got a girl.
Nice. So you looking at Kennedy? That's where you want to be long term, or is that? Do you still think about Brazil? Because I know when you went to Brazil, man, you fell in love. You fell in love with it at first. So do you ever think about, you know what I mean, coming back to Brazil long term, or is that not a thought?
Yeah, I would go there to visit. So like, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is stay here 2 months at a time and be gone for 4 to 6 weeks at a time. That's just for content wise. But other than that, no, I'm not moving out of here. I don't see me going back to Salvador. I mean, because I've already done those things. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't really. I've seen it all almost. Where it's like, yeah, I'm not going.
So would you put so would you say, well, you in Kenya, so would you say Kenya is, what would you compare it to? What city would you compare it to if you had any place to compare it to?
Kenya is literally like my Salvador, just without a beach. Yeah, but it has more to do than Salvador had to do. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do here every day. The women are into me. The women look beautiful. The energy is right. The food is good. The weather's perfect. Like, it's sunny every day. Like, every single day is sunny here. So, yeah, I don't know. But some people saying whenever I go back to Kenya, I mean to Brazil, I'll change. But like, yeah, I mean, I've been to Brazil like many times. Like, I've been to 6 cities there. I mean, I've had enough sample size. Like, I was just there a year ago, and yeah, going from Sao Paulo and Manaus, and then coming to Kenya, like the feeling is. But again, I always say if it wasn't for Kenya, Brazil would be my number one. But Kenya is here, so so Kenya is still my number one. Well, what so do you have a girl?
Nah. I'm single, bro. I've been single for the past 2 or 3 years, but like I said, at some point when that happens, I'll be down for it. But it's not something that I'm rushing for. Right now, I'm just more so focused on, building my brand, doing my content thing, expanding my brand, and just evolving. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at now. But at some point, yeah, I would look at just being with one female, but not right now.
Yeah. Now I'll probably end up moving to Mozambique, this organization that I'm a part of now. When we, in the next year, maybe year and a half after we get it up and running the way how we want it to, we'll probably go to another part of Africa, which, Mozambique. We'll extend it there as well because they need help there. So I'm not gonna be able to stay here the way how I want to because of other things I got going on outside of content too. Mike Will sent $5. So why you be hating on Lord Williamson? Is there any beef? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, shout out to Lord, man. He doing his thing, man. Shout out to Lord.
Yeah, no, he's definitely. I've met him in person, and he. I was just in his comments the other day saying that I liked his videos. I mean, he does good videos.
Yeah, dope ass content. That's another guy I would suggest a lot of people to look at, man. Lord, man, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's just talking about because they be trying to agitate me with this shit. Because they
like I said,
they be saying, "Oh, Lord's videos is better than y'all's." That's what they be saying. He's better than you. That's what he be saying. So I mean, that's what they be saying. So that's what he. But no, I've met Lord in person.
Yeah, that's probably Lord is probably the guy that I get compared to the most. A lot of guys in the comments always mention me and Lord. They want to see me and Lord collab, and you know what I mean. That's what people want to see. And then even in my content, a lot of people will mention you. So you know what I mean. You've been doing your thing for a long time, and a lot of people respect you. And you know what I mean. You one of the guys that a lot of people look at as the guy who just making it do, especially as a young guy. We both 26 and doing it like this. We're doing stuff that's never really been done. And we are, trailblazers in this game. So, you know what I mean? It's a pleasure to be here, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. In the next 5 years, it'll be even better than now.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, that's all I have for today. We got 433 people watching. I got some other stuff I got to handle. So we
don't got no more callers?
Nah, I put the call link down a few times. Ain't nobody else calling in. He said, Lord, yeah, if y'all have it, I'm going to give it 15 more minutes, you guys. If y'all have it, any questions that y'all want to ask, I know I'm getting out of it because I keep stuttering over my damn words. That's the only thing I don't like about being out here in Africa is this time difference.
Oh, yeah, the time. What time is it?
It's 9:17, but I wake up at like 6 and I'm out all day. So by this time, I'm starting to wind down. But when I was in Sao Paulo, I could go live at 1 p.m. in Sao Paulo, and that people 200-300 people be watching. But if I do that at 1 p.m. here, it's gonna seem like I'm too early to be live. So I have to do it later.
Yeah, that time difference ain't no joke, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the comments. Read the comments, Don.
So what are your future travel plans?
Well, like I said, I'm in Dallas now, but I'll be heading back to Rio in the next few days, man. I'll be heading back to Rio in the next few days, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna take the content up to another level, man. You know what I mean? I just want to really lock in on Brazil and really show Brazil what show the world what Brazil has to offer, man. That's really what I feel like my calling is for, and that's the place where I really feel at home, and that's where I'm gonna be for quite a while. So. You know, I'm still going to do what I do. I'm still going to travel. I do want to hit Africa too. Sometime either later this year or early next year, I want to come to Africa and check that out because I've never been. But besides that, I'll be in Brazil, bro. I'm gonna turn the content up in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this trip back to South Africa work. I'm gonna make it work this time because I know the first time I didn't like it at all. I mean, as far as socially, it's a nice country. But yeah, socially, I didn't like it at all. But I'm about to do some stuff like I don't know if you know the vlogger Drew Binsky, the white guy.
No, I'm not familiar. Nah.
Yeah, he's like, well, you know, white vloggers, they do different shit. So he's like one of those vloggers that goes to the slaughterhouse after the last regime left Syria, like shit. Like I want to start doing shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get into shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like studying stuff anyway, but there's a lot of stuff to do like that throughout Africa that people don't know about, especially in South Africa. But I don't know where the white folks be finding it. I don't know where they be finding their ideas. There's got to be Chat GPT because there's no way.
Chat GPT or some shit. Cause they be doing some wild shit, man. But you know what I mean? The white people they eat it up. It's a lot of you know what I mean. It's a little different for us, but we can be the ones that trailblaze that. You know that make it. You know what I mean? That just expand the brand and expand the travel space, man. Because you know, we are guys like me, Homies Hub, you, Lord. I know it's a lot of guys in Thailand doing what they do. But yeah, we are the young guys that are really pushing the space forward and doing what we do, man. So you know what I mean? It's up to us to really push the bar, raise the bar up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he said Austin's a real journalist. Yeah, I like journalism. Go to Nigeria and see the Christian genocide. So those are things that the white folks will do that I won't do. Like I'm not gonna go fuck with no terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if it take that to be successful, I don't know, man.
Yeah, nah, hell no. That shit ain't worth it, dog. That shit is not worth it. Hold on, he said I'll send you a DM, Don, consultation for Carnival. Yeah, for sure. Hit me on IG, Kobe. Hit me on IG, bro. We can chop it up. Hey, have you been to Rio during Carnival?
I went 2022, so they still had like those pandemic type of like it wasn't shut down, but the parade didn't happen until the week after or something like that.
Okay, yeah, got you. Yeah. Brazil Carnival is different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, you got somebody saying the whole travel passport thing is dead. Don Banks find another career. Who said the travel passport thing is dead? If anything, I think it's just starting. If it's not too many guys in the States that even have passports. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's a lot of trolls in the comments, but nah, man, the travel thing is definitely not dead. A lot of people, it motivates a lot of people seeing guys like me and Austin travel, and a lot of guys want to travel. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys live through us, but it's definitely not dead, bro. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, they say why you get so many haters. People are gonna hate on dudes in this space because we got some more super chats because we got women in the videos. We traveling when we want, where we want. It's gonna be. Did you read this super chat already?
No, what did I say?
Now he just asking what part of Virginia you from.
From you from Phoebus, bro? Yeah, shout out to Phoebus. I'm from 757, Virginia Beach area. Shout out to you, bro. They say why Don get so many haters? Wherever you do, man, they're gonna be jealous of the guys that's popping, man. They're gonna be jealous of the guys that doing what they want to do. You know what I mean? I live a life that a lot of people dream of, so of course I'm gonna get haters. You know what I mean? You just can't let it get to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't let this shit get to you, bro. I don't know, what is it? Is this Banks guy a rapper before YouTube? Nah, bro, I'm not a rapper, bro. I never been a rapper, bro.
Yeah, I seen some people call you G Herbo. I didn't even think of that till they said that.
Is that G Herbo?
Yeah, I can see that a little bit. I can see why they say that.
I ain't never heard that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don had a previous YouTube channel. I never had another YouTube channel. Hold on. Don and Lord having the baddest girls on their videos. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Lord, bro. He's doing this thing. And what type of woman is your physical preference? Physical preference, I would say I ain't got no type, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If she's bad, she's bad. I like them all, bro. I like them all. Of course, I would rather somebody that's, you know, fit with a body, pretty face, stuff like that. But as far as skin tone and you know, the other details, I like them all. And that's why I said Brazil is number one for me, just because of that diversity. You know, if she's bad to me, then I'm going. Don Banks, DR, Thailand. Would you like more? DR, Thailand. I'm gonna give it to Thailand. I actually got Thailand just out of countries overall that I've been to as far as for living. I got I got Brazil, I got Thailand, and I got Colombia right after that. Thailand is for different reasons, not so much for the women. I mean, there is beautiful women there, but I say more just the cost of living and, you know what I mean, just the peace that you feel in Thailand. It's a little bit different than the Rio de Janeiro feeling. You know, where the white woman at? He deleted his old videos on this channel. I never had another YouTube channel, bro. Nah.
He said, I sent you a text in your IG for a consultation, Don, my guy.
All right, shout out Donnell G. I'm gonna hit you on IG. I'll respond after the live, bro. Yeah, for sure. If any guys want a consultation on Brazil, if you plan to come to Brazil, definitely tap in with me on Instagram, Don X Banks. And yeah, I'll definitely get you right, man. I know it's a lot of guys that want to come to Brazil, especially for New Year's and Carnival coming up. So definitely get with me, bro. We can make something happen.
But yeah, so I appreciate you coming through today, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys want to check him out, his YouTube channel is Don Banks. He's based out of Rio. Like I said before, he's been very successful at YouTube. He went from 0 to 75,000 subscribers in less than a year. And pretty much from what I've seen, all your videos have high view counts. So yeah, congratulations to you on that, bro.
For sure. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah. Like I said, man, big support of what you got going on, man. You really, you know, one of the ones that's leading the travel space. You're doing what you do. Like I said, man, just don't let the haters get to you. Just keep doing what you've been doing, bro. You're doing what you do. You're doing what you do right. This is really our first time talking. So I really finally got a chance to meet you and stuff like that, man. It's been a pleasure to be here. And we'll definitely stay in touch, man. We'll definitely, whenever you come to Brazil, I know you said you were planning on coming soon. Tap in with me. We can make some magic, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll keep in contact, bro. I got you locked in.
For sure, bro.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Peace to the chat, man. Y'all be easy.
Yes, sir. You too.
Yes, sir.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you guys like the video. And remember, we are going to South Africa Monday. I will be, well, actually, no. Yeah. We'll be there Monday while I'm leaving Sunday night. So we're going to South Africa Sunday night. And we will be starting off in Johannesburg, going to Pretoria. If you guys would like to support, make sure you hit the Cash App at $ Austin Holloman, or you can go to theaustinholloman.com and pick up one of the digital products, such as the Nairobi Blueprint, where I go through everything that you need to know as far as locations, date spots, what to avoid, and how to navigate the social scene, like avoiding HIV that y'all like to complain about, and how to avoid the beggars. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, I'll see you guys at our event Saturday. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.